In this example, I'm going to take this polynomial and I'm going to divide it by this linear binomial, and I'm going to do so using synthetic division. Well, you might be asking, but we have a 5 in front here. Is that okay to do? Well, remember our divisor needs to be in the form x minus k. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and factor this 5 out of both of these terms. So this divisor becomes then 5 times x minus 3/5. So if I ignore this 5 for a while, and yeah, I'll come back to it at the end, I have x minus 3/5, which means my value for k is 3/5. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that 3/5 out front here and do my synthetic division algorithm here. And I'm focusing on the coefficients. And it looks like I have x to the 4th, x cubed, x squared, and linear constant. I'm not missing any terms, so I don't need to put any zeros in as placeholders. So let's just go ahead and write all these coefficients. 10, -6, -40, 59, and -21. And I'll put a little spot here for my remainder in case we have one. Alrighty. So in my synthetic algorithm here, I'm going to bring down the first, and I have 10. And then I'm going to go through a series of multiplications with additions. So 3/5 times 10 is 6. When I add this column, -6 plus 6 is 0. So then I'll multiply. 3/5 times 0 is 0. And I'll add this column. -40 plus 0 is -40. 3/5 times -40 should give me -24. And when I add this column, 59 minus 24 is 35. And then 3/5 times 35 is 21. So when I add here, I get 0 for my remainder, which that's really good. Okay, at the beginning of this problem, I was dividing by this linear binomial 5x minus 3. But I broke it up into two pieces by factoring out this 5 and forcing me to have an x minus k version here. But this 5, I didn't divide things by 5 yet. So let's go through and divide everything by 5 now. Okay, so I'll have 2, 0, -8, and 7. This is my constant, this is my linear, my quadratic, and my cubic. And going back up here, I have x to the 4th as my leading term, and I'm dividing that by a linear binomial. So 4 minus 1 is 3, and I knew that was going to be that way. So let's go ahead and write my quotient now. So I have 2x cubed. I don't have a quadratic term because that's 0. Minus 8x plus 7. And there's my quotient. And I found this by using synthetic division, but it was kind of an extended version of synthetic division where I had a leading coefficient other than 1, so this was not automatically written in x minus k form. So I factored the 5 out. I dealt with it in x minus k form as usual, and then I went back through and divided all my terms by 5. So again, that's kind of an extended version of using synthetic division, how you can divide even if you have a leading coefficient here other than 1.